You said that you really enjoyed our talk with Sahil Bloom about wealth.
Yeah.
What's something that you've noticed when it comes to that? What have you found as you've made more money?
There's definitely a sweet spot for wealth. You don't want to have too little and you don't want to have too much, but they're equally uncomfortable on both sides. Probably the most depressing days I've had in my life are the days that shortly after I made a tremendous amount of money, like a tremendous amount of money that I never thought I could ever make in my lifetime, whether it's due to an exit in a company or an insane few months in the stock market, because you see your account get inflated and you look at that number and you're excited for like a few hours to maybe a day. And then it hits you that you just achieved something that you've been trying to achieve for so long. And you're just like, it's not what you thought it was. Right? Like it's just really not what you thought it was. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I've already hit the sweet spot. Right? So like early on, it was that great. Like when you go to becoming non-financially independent to becoming financially independent, that is the biggest high in the world. It opens up your entire life to spend with family, to spend with friends, to travel, not to have to think about what you want to order when you're at a restaurant. Like that is like living life at its very best. To actually get to that point in life is so amazing. And that's what I want for everyone in the world. But once you hit that, you go above it and it's like not what you think. Like, not only is it not what you think, it's like the opposite of what you think. I'll give you the perfect example. Like the last few years, we started traveling on spring break to these resorts that are like $2,800 a night. $3,000 a night, stuff like that, right? With our kids and stuff. And they're so nice. It's like the nicest resorts in the entire world. And we get there and you have people that are just like bowing to you and any little thing that you need. And everything is so gorgeous and beautiful. And the food everything's perfect. And after a few days, you're like, this kind of sucks. It's like, if this is what it's like, it's not fun. It's like you've gotten to a point where there's no energy. And I told my wife recently, I'm like, I'm done with that. Like, but you know what really stinks is that there are some good things about that, that once you go back you're like, oh man, this is fun. But man, you've kind of experienced this ultra luxury that once you've experienced it, now you have an issue with just regular good stuff. And so that's why I call it the sweet spot. You want to get in there and stay in there. Like, I know everybody wants to like do all this crazy stuff with all this excess money, but like when you're having conversations, if you're in a room of people that are just ultra wealthy, they kind of suck. Like I hate to say that, but like for the most part, they kind of suck. I kind of pride myself as spending almost all of my time just being normal. Like with normal, regular, real people doing real things. Like that's why I go to a coffee shop every day and just hang out and talk to strangers and just like you get in these certain circles and it gets weird.
How do you know if you're in the sweet spot?
That's a great question. First of all, I think it's different for everyone, right? Like, so my sweet spot might be, I know you're going to want a number, right? Like you're going to want a number. So the number for me used to be 10 million, I thought. Like nobody needs more than $10 million. Now we're in such an inflationary, scary environment that maybe you need to rethink that number. I don't know, but traditionally that was always the number for me. I was like, I never want more than that amount of money because I just know what's going to happen over that amount of money. Your life changes. You have to continue to like, so like that's where the foundations are so awesome, right? Because you can build towards something, but it's not about you just getting a nicer car, a nicer jet, right? Like, cause I don't know what more you need at a certain point. And life really does get worse. There's way more problems. Like I joke with my buddy who has he's in the yachting world. He's just always complaining. He's going to watch his show, by the way. He knows who he is. He's always complaining when he does these yachting trips. He's like, gosh, my AC broke and they're charging me $30,000 to fly to fix a button on my AC, or like a pump broke and that's $40,000, or we're stuck at this port for 2 days because no one can get out here to fix this, or like he just spends so much time logistically dealing with problems. So like there is a lot of truth to the more money, more problems. I would say more stuff, more problems.
Well, that
right?
seems like a character trait of that guy, because I instantly relate to that. Just if there's a little issue, like the other day I spent 3 hours trying to fix an outlet, and it's just a minor thing. It shouldn't take me, but I just get fixated. It seems like that's more, it's less about the money and more that's him.
Yeah.
He'd be the same way if he had $10,000 in his
Totally.
account. It's
And
like 100 million.
truthfully, he's in that world because he loves the world. So it makes sense for him. For me, I think the sweet spot is getting to a place where you get to do everything that you want to do in life. Like for me, like I'm going to take my kid to the Georgia UT game in Athens like tomorrow, right? So that's awesome just to be able to do that. Like tickets are super expensive, but I can handle it, right? Like it's awesome that I didn't need to worry about the cost of those tickets. It's also really fun to be at a place where you have friends that do crazy cool things, because like I can go on his yacht, like I can go on that guy's jet, but I don't have the burden of all that. I think there is a sweet spot, and life becomes actually almost more miserable above it than it was below it. I think life is worse above it than below. I really do, from everything I've seen. And not to get too dark, but it's like when you have literally everything and then you're above that level and you continue to look for dopamine hits, it generally only takes you in one direction. Drugs, affairs, like whatever. It's just dark places is what I've seen. Depression, right? Like it's, you get to the top of the world and it's kind of a scary place. So I like staying in the sweet spot. Like, and I think you have to kind of get to the top of it to realize that you don't like what's above it. And then you realize, then hopefully you have common sense to come back under it.
Was there any other moment in your life that you realized that you were at the top of it and it was a scary, lonely place aside from this experience at this resort?
Oh yeah. I mean,
So what was the first epiphany?
I mean, it was the year of the pandemic when I just saw my account balloon that big. And I was like, this is like, you almost feel like, for me, and maybe because I grew up, like maybe it's like Catholic guilt from growing up, but like when you have that much, I mean, you see people talking about there shouldn't be billionaires, right? I don't believe that, by the way. But for me, I question myself every single day. What do I deserve? And for me to be this fortunate to be in this position right now, how accountable should I be to others to be doing something with this that has nothing to do with me? So I felt like a really big weight on my shoulders. Like, wow, like I just came into all this success. What do I owe for it? Like, and maybe that's just me, but I felt there was even more pressure on me. And that's when I started the foundation. And starting the foundation just relieved me of so much stress, because now I had a new mission, a new objective that was not about me, that I felt was healthy and positive and made me proud to be able to put more money in it. And every time I put more money in it, makes me proud. And like, I developed this awesome way, because I'm all about efficiency. So like, I don't take any money out of the foundation. And the way that I figure out how to disperse checks at the end of the year is I just go to my friend network, and anyone that I think is kind of generous or like a generally good person, I'm like, do you have one charity that you work with who operates efficiently and does really meaningful things where you think a check that's like $10,000 to $50,000 would actually be meaningfully beneficial, and that you trust them? And then all these people like, yes, I actually do. This is the most amazing charity. And they tell me about it and they're excited. And then I'm like, I just need the name, nothing else. Just tell me where to wire the money. And I wire the money. And not only do I know that money is going to a place that's going to do good with it, but I just actually built a deeper relationship with the person that introduced me to them, because that was an important mission for them. So it like adds depth to my friend network. And like they might not be in a position in life to cut that check, but I am. But like I trust them and they trust that charity. So like I don't have anyone administering it. Like I do it all myself.
I realized I should have reached out to you to invest or donate, I should say, in Ryan Trahan's latest challenge.
What was that?
That was a whole great series. He was staying in all 50 states, the coolest Airbnbs. And every day was like a new sort of thing where you could, what was it? The Wheel of Doom. And a $50,000 check would cause him to spin the Wheel of Doom and he has to like take on a challenge. That would have been a great thing. And he reads off a little message that you could say.
Well, next time, call me. Like this, I think the most interesting charitable entity in the world is actually Beast Philanthropy. I don't know how much you know about them. And I know he gets a lot of crap, but they have this mission behind the scenes that is way bigger than just donating money. Like they want to change the world of philanthropy over the next 20, 30 years and like deeply ingrain it into everyone's life. And I just think it is so cool. So that's been one of the big.
Why does he get so much hate? I never understood that. Like people want to find a reason why what he's doing is bad. Is that because people don't think that it's possible to make a lot of money and then do a lot of good?
Yeah, they think you built your empire on the shoulders of common people. Like I think it's a misunderstanding. I deeply disagree with it, but it exists. And I do think there is just a complete misunderstanding that a lot of wealthy people don't just want to hoard their cash. Most of the people I speak to don't. They would love to do good things with it. They just don't trust anybody. They definitely don't trust the government, so they don't want to give it back to the government. And they're even skeptical and have a lot of cynicism around philanthropy. So that's why, and I do too. And that's why it's like, if there's not a relationship there and it's small to medium size, I'm not interested in it.
Although really quick, if you're looking to cut back on expenses without really changing your lifestyle, looking at your phone bill is one of the best places to start. Most people are still paying $60, $80, or even $100 or more for something they barely even think about. That's why we're excited to be partnering with today's sponsor, Helium Mobile, because they're doing phone service completely different.
I kid you not, Helium has a plan that is literally $0 per month. It gives you 3 gigabytes of data, 100 minutes of calls, and 300 texts, no contract, no credit card, and yes, it actually works. It's absolutely perfect if you're just a light user or you want a cheap second phone line. And with the Zero plan, you'll also earn cloud points, think like credit card or airline points, but literally just for using your phone.
You could redeem those cloud points for gift cards to places like Amazon, Apple, Target, Starbucks, and more, right from the Helium mobile app. It's one more way that Helium helps you save and earn at the exact same time.
They also just launched the Sprout plan made specifically for kids. For just $5 per month, your kid can get their own line, you monitor their usage, and you can even manage how they spend their rewards within the app.
And if you need more data, they've got the Air plan for just $15 a month for 10 gigabytes, or the Infinity plan at $30 a month for unlimited. Still way cheaper than other carriers.
So guys, we've left a link down below in the description to try Helium Mobile today. Just make sure to use the code COFFEE to get $10 in cloud points, which can be redeemed for gift cards to your favorite brands after 90 days. Once again, guys, there's a link down below in the description. Thank you so much to Helium Mobile for sponsoring this episode.